मुश्किलों से भाग जाना आसान होता है। हर पहलू जिंदगी का इम्तिहान होता है। डरने वाले को मिलता नहीं कुछ जिंदगी में, लड़ने वालों के कदमों में जहान होता है। यही है जिंदगी की कहानी, आओ देखिए ये मेरी कहानी। लहरों से डरकर नौका पार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती। नन्ही चींटी जब दाना लेकर चलती है, चढ़ती दीवारों पर 100 बार फिसलती है। मन का विश्वास रगों में साहस भरता है, चढ़कर गिरना गिरकर चढ़ना ना अखरता है। आखिर उसकी मेहनत बेकार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं।
In this journey of life, we often don't realize what we have until it's gone. Too often we wait too late to say that I was sorry, that I was wrong. So be thankful for all the things in life that you have got and appreciate all the things that in life that meant a lot. Now we take you to the studios of Ye Hai Meri Kahaani.
Good morning to all of you. Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal. Today we are sitting here in the first season of Ye Hai Meri Kahaani, Road Track Club of Bombay Juhu Beach. The editorial team and the PR and marketing team has come out with a very unique initiative in which we would like to interview one personality every month and then make it big. Today, presenting to you someone who needs no introduction, Dynamo, DRR, Rohan Dalmia. Well, before moving on to DRR Rohan, I would also like to introduce my co-host for today.
Hello Road Tractors, this is Road Tractor Himani Desai and I would like to say it's a privilege to interview DRR Rohan Dalmia at our venue today. Welcome Rohan.
Thank you.
Well Rohan, a lot of people dream of becoming a DRR. Ever since you have become a DRR, it's been 2 months. So how has this journey been?
Well, the journey has been like a roller coaster ride. You actually try to wonder what exactly you want to do in life. It's one of those painful pleasures that you can't ignore. You have your work, you have your personal life, you have your road track life, and then those small moments of happiness and joy when you go to each insti, since right now it's all about the installation season. So it's been a great year, great journey as of now. Something that I had not expected, but we have always seen that over the years. But now that I'm experiencing it, it's only something that I would say you need to be there to experience what I'm talking about.
Fantastic. But Rohan, do you feel sometimes it becomes very hectic managing so many things? इतने सारे लोगों के call लेना, इतने सारे ये events एक to एक करना. So how do you manage it? Do you feel it's a bit hectic?
I wouldn't say it's hectic, but yes, why to lie? It's an additional responsibility that has come on it. So something does get affected. You have just 24 hours with you. So from that, some of your personal time has to get compromised for this, and some of your family life has to get compromised for this. But then when we talk about road track as a whole, the time that I'm investing in road track, I tell this to the world, it's pure networking, and it's only investing just like you invest in stock market and any other mutual fund.
I think Rohan has rightly defined the exact definition of road track. You definitely give something to road track and you indeed get a lot more. Thank you Rohan on that insight.
So Rohan, road tractors all over the world are curious. What do you do in your daily schedule? The activities, your work, your personal life. So could you please briefly tell us about your daily schedule?
The daily schedule works exactly like how I have a road track schedule. On my computer screen I have 2 agendas made, one with the installations, one with my to-dos of the day. So when I know that okay, I don't have a road track installation is when I double up my work with my non-road track life, and try to focus on that.
I think something like a cherry on the top of the cake.
You could say that.
Okay, well, Rohan, since you said you are from the PR and marketing background, and also, I mean, frankly speaking, from the bottom of my heart, I should say this, I heard from many road tractors, right? You have really motivated them, especially with your speaking skills, and they really look up to you, and this is a fact which I have heard from many. So, what is the secret for your this wonderful communication skills?
This is what I've been saying to everyone in my speeches. Do whatever you do it what your heart says. Because whenever your mind tries to control you, you will not give your 100%. But when your heart tells you to do something, you will go for it. And then this movement has made me what I am. So I think it's time to pay back and give whatever best you can do. Because only then can you justify your role as the DRR, your role as the caretaker of the movement. It's like a small baby. If you have a baby in the house and you don't take care of it, that baby, when it grows, will always abuse you. That you didn't take care of me properly.
Fantastic. I think rightly said, as you have rightly mentioned about this particular point. Being a DRR, it has made you think in different directions. यहाँ से ये करना है, वहाँ से वो करना है. In fact, during our जब आरास हुआ था हमारा, there was one individual from our club who saw the entire आरास and he was so motivated. In fact, the whole atmosphere is motivating. And he asked and said कि क्या मैं भी DRR बन सकता हूँ? And he was a very new member, a brand new member, and he said क्या मैं भी DRR बन सकता हूँ? So this was a thought. So Rohan, what were the motivating factors to take up this highest mantle of road track, being the DRR of 314?
I have a very bad habit to reach the highest height in wherever I go. Be it school, be it college, be it work, or if road traction, if I have to highlight. But do it in the best possible way and do it only if you think you can do justice. I've been in the movement for 9 years. There are people who've joined the movement and reached the top before I've reached. I'm okay with that. It really doesn't matter when you reach. It's about how you reach and why you've reached. So that was always there. Just like you highlighted, I had seen something similar during my first years of road track and I was like, dude, it's a different aura. I'll be very honest, fame was one of the thoughts that had come into my mind when this entire atmosphere, then 8 years, 9 years back that I had seen. So I will not lie that it's not that aura that pulled me to become what it is, but then it's that drug that is getting into the mind, into the blood, that you keep knowing more and more road track, is then when you keep understanding the importance and value of road track.
Okay, so Rohan, I would don't mind me asking this particular question, but was it fame more over social service that prompted you to go ahead? We would like a straight answer.
So I'll be very honest. Networking, fame, and then social service.
Fantastic. That's really great about our DRR Rohan Dalmia, straight from the heart.
People look up to you as a celebrity in road track. We really look up to you and get inspired from you. But we really would like to know who has inspired you the most in life and how has he impacted your life?
I would, now this is one concern that I always have. People look at others as celebrities. I personally believe the person standing in front of you in the mirror is the real celebrity. And they are the ones who always motivated me to do things. Don't do it because people are asking you to do it, but because you want to do it. And that's what truly motivates me.
Fantastic, fantastic. Rohan, you have spoken a lot about passion, being passionate for road track and all this stuff. But Rohan, frankly speaking, what happens when someone new comes into this road track movement? उनको अधिकतर चीज़ मालूम नहीं रहती रोड ट्रैक क्या है. कई लोगों को लगता है, इनफैक्ट वी आर प्रिविलेज्ड टू हैव वन ऑफ द न्यू मेंबर्स हियर कमिंग फॉर ओनली दिस पर्टिकुलर प्रोजेक्ट, एंड उनको लगता है रोड ट्रैक इज अ एनजीओ. रोड ट्रैक में पता नहीं क्या होगा. So you know, how do you feel? Road track क्या है? Road track social service. And this is sometimes, I mean, person who doesn't know, he says road track क्या social service होगा, कुछ पता नहीं है क्या होता है. So Rohan, what do you feel? How is road track different from a social service? How is it different from an NGO specifically?
So one, we should always make the other person believe that if he or she thinks that road track is an NGO, fair enough, road track is an NGO. If he or she believes that road track is like a clubbing destination, fair enough, road track is like a clubbing destination. We should always encourage people to let them believe what road track is. And that's exactly what road track is all about. I always tell people that in colleges and other organizations, when you go or you see, You have people, you have these certain set things that happen. So for example, if you go to a chartered accountant, his forte is just accounts and finance. You go to a filmmaker, his forte is just about making movies. And Rotaract is like a manager who can manage all these people. And that is what makes Rotaract different from the others. You have certain groups that are only focusing on international service, certain groups that only focus on professional development, certain groups that only focus on business networking. I think there's no other group than Rotaract that focuses on managing all these groups, and that's what makes us different from the rest.
I think very rightly, Rohan, since I am also from a marketing background, I think one of the best management schools I have had has been Rotaract, and you learn everything in a nutshell here, and nothing like. Rohan, you have become a DRR. As I said, one of our club members wanted to be, and it's always कि मैं इसको देखता हूँ, मैं इसके जैसे बनना चाहता हूँ. बट ऐसे बहुत कम होते हैं कि लोग उस मुकाम पे पहुँचते हैं, वहाँ तक पहुँच जाते हैं, क्योंकि there are a lot of things involved, plus, minus, positives, negatives. What do you think are the exact attributes a person should have to become the DRR?
Get yourself settled in life, guys.
Okay.
Because trust me, if you're not mentally settled, if you're not financially settled, life does get difficult. I'm not saying you need to have a lot of money to become DRR. That's a wrong perception. But your one side of the mind has to be settled. What happens here is that if you are in your early stages of work, if you're in your early stages of life, where you know that you're in your growing stage, and if you take up this responsible position in that year, either your career will go for a toss, or your DRRship or the work that you want to do will go for a toss. It has happened that people want to aspire to become all this, but the only reason they stop from taking that extra step is because they know that one of the two things is not in the right position. I'm not saying it's not possible. It might be possible, I haven't seen it till now, but it's advisable.
Well, Rohan rightly said, do you agree with the statement which I'm going to make right now? That in Rotaract, it has also spoiled careers of various individuals.
Yes.
Do you agree with the statement?
I agree.
So you are in alignment with
Yes.
that?
So it's like nuclear. You use it for the good reasons, it can be an asset to the country. Obviously, if you use it for the wrong reasons, it can be the worst terrorism in the life.
Fantastic, Rohan. In fact, I am very much surprised that the DRR of 3141 has agreed to the statement that Rotaract is definitely like a nuclear. I was quite surprised because otherwise we get very diplomatic answers कि नहीं ऐसे नहीं होता है, ये सही है, वो सही है. But very happy to see such a frank answer directly from you. Definitely, it is like a nuclear.
I wouldn't say bomb, it's the ingredient.
It's an ingredient. Sorry, thanks for the correction.
So Rohan, whatever you have said till now makes complete sense and it's inspiring, but to be frank, it's a little more delusional and at an abstract level. Let's be more practical. Rotaractors nowadays are more into entertainment, partying, get-togethers, and they are not so inclined towards the community service projects. So what's your take on that?
Well, I always tell people club service can also become a ComServe initiative. So you want to go party, can we party with the elderly care? Can we go party with an NGO?
Well, Rohan, this was quite a diplomatic answer, I must say, and being the editorial team here, we are not taking this answer. I'll again repeat the question in a blunt fashion to you. Rotaract as a medium for youngsters has become more for partying and for get-togethers than social service. So they join Rotaract, we only want to party and have a get-together. We are not interested in community service, हमको ये personality development से कुछ लेना देना नहीं है. हमको party करना है, हमको group बनाना है, हमको मस्ती करनी है. So as a DRR of 3141, do you agree to this statement? We want a straight answer, yes, no.
Rotaract is not just about community service, it's also about networking and building your own self. So even if you are partying around, if you are clubbing, if you are dancing around, if I go from the sports angle, it's also fitness.
Okay, fine Rohan, we take that diplomatic answer, but we also take the fact that you agree as a DRR sitting here on this chair on Ye Hai Meri Kahaani in front of camera that people use Rotaract only for partying as well.
Not all.
Some of them, yes.
But then that's natural.
Okay, fine, fantastic. But I still really appreciate that frankness as well.
But I would also, since we are on recording, I would also want to put this up that party hard, but party responsibly.
रोहन, they say 18 to 30 रोड ट्रैक के लिए सही टाइम होता है. You learn a lot of things, you do a lot of things here. और ऐसा कई बार होता है कि we are very passionate about road track. Road track में हमें कुछ करना है, ये करते हैं 5-6 साल, and then we move out of road track. Either we voluntarily move out or due to age we move out after 30. इसके बाद it has often been seen that road tractor, if he wants to be a part of Rotary, he finds it very difficult to tell. Either in terms of acceptability from the Rotary part, or maybe he's not able to settle it. So, first of all, do you agree with this? And if yes, what are you doing as a DRR, or what should be done to make it more easy?
I would have agreed to this statement about 6 years back.
Okay.
When the things were a little different. Sir. And it was a little difficult for a lot of our road tractors to get into the Rotary, and the connectivity, the age factor, the bonding was a little difficult. However, last couple of years, because even the Rotary has realized the power of youth, and they know that if the road track or the youth doesn't continue there, it will get difficult for them also to then further continue the way they can function.
Rohan, I'm extremely sorry to interrupt you here, but frankly, is it happening at the ground level? That's what the entire audience wants to know. Is it happening at the ground level?
It has started.
Okay.
Because I am seeing a lot of youth going in for Rotary. Like I know 3 of our PDRs have become the Rotary presidents. 2 of them are becoming the Rotary presidents next year. Some of our road tractors who were at their peak in road track movement have all joined the Rotary. So I know very clearly that in future when I go to the Rotary, I have one set of people who I know personally.
Fantastic. I think that is one thing, because I really would love to join Rotary and I'm really looking forward to it. So this was DRR Rohan Dalmia speaking frankly right from his heart in Ye Hai Meri Kahaani Season 1. Here we come for a short break. Stay tuned with us for more on Rohan Dalmia. Welcome back to Wonderful Audience. Ye Hai Meri Kahaani Season 1. Continuing with us is DRR Road Tractor Rohan Dalmia. Well, it's indeed my privilege that my new co-host has just now joined me. So I would like to introduce her.
Hi, this is Road Tractor Puria, PR and Marketing Director of RCBJB. So it is an honor, Rohan, the DRR of 3141, to interview you. So we would like to know, Rohan, it is often said that there are a lot of politics if you're working in road track. So don't you feel this demotivates the youth?
Who creates politics? Who brings politics to this place? It's we. So if we start believing that what we want to do, we want to do it out of heart, sorry, I don't see a reason why politics will come in. I mean, politics is something that is very beautifully used in the goods and not so good format. The question is, what is the definition of politics?
I think, Rohan, let me define politics to you, since you're also trying to be politically correct. So when I say politics, I mean you get into road track and you come here कि मुझे पहले कुछ नहीं पता, मैं सोशल सर्विस करना चाहता हूँ, ये करना चाहता हूँ. बाद में ये हो जाता है कि अब मुझे प्रेसिडेंट बनने के लिए क्या करना है, मुझे किसको अपने हाथ के नीचे रखना है, हाथ के ऊपर रखना है, किसको मस्का मारना है, मुझे अभी पोजीशन चाहिए, मुझे अभी I want various other things, and what I had joined for takes a back step. And that creates a lot of politics, a lot of negativity. So do you personally feel that that politics is affecting road track?
So I will again put my question here is, a person who's come here for some good reasons or for fun reasons, how does he or she get to know all this? It's people around him or her who've seen that, okay, these things are happening. If we start changing those perceptions, then that is exactly what I am trying to do. I am trying to focus on work with your heart. Do what your heart says and not what your mind says. I think you need to set examples by doing things that make the other people believe that it's not about I, it's about we.
Absolutely, I think that's very well said by Rohan. It's about we and not I, and I think that is what will really change your thinking, really change the perspective and make this a better place. Well, Rohan, ऐसा कई बार होता है, एक नया क्लब आ जाता है, उनको मालूम नहीं रहता कि आगे क्या करना है. RCBJB also has been one such club. It is almost 7 years into existence. So what message would you like to give to any such new club that is just trying to make its mark in the district?
I would only say that every new person comes with new ideas, new innovations, new thoughts. And as a district, I personally welcome such thoughts because the work that is happening over the years is happening. But what really matters or what really interests a person is how in a new format can you do the old stuff. So if you are a new club, as a district we are encouraging them, we are supporting them at all aspects and hoping that the kind of ideologies they bring in creates a difference in the system.
Fantastic, fantastic. So that's the effort from the district side as well, so that we can make it a better place to
Correct.
live. Fantastic.
Okay, so Rohan, I think, or rather we think a lot of people are not aware of this beautiful moment called road track. So how do you think we can make them aware of it?
So I always believe that PR starts from home. So if we can try to convert the mindsets of our parents, if we can try to convert mindsets of our friends and make them believe that this is what road track does, this is what road track is, automatically the viral PR will happen. It's like the word of mouth which will go viral when people start believing in it. However, we are from the other side, we are also ensuring that road track becomes the youth partner to many corporates, and we've seen that in the year. Brands like McDonald's, Yes Foundation, TCS and other such brands are endorsing us in various formats. They are supporting us in whatever ways they can, and I think when you walk with these logos around you, it does make a difference.
Absolutely. I think the McDonald's ka menu card and Yes My Foundations, Yes I Am the Change video, I think that really created a revolution, and definitely with these brands being associated with road track, I think will definitely help road track in the longer run.
Okay, so how do you feel the split of 3140 into two parts, 3141 and 42, has impacted clubs in Mumbai? And do you feel this gives more opportunities for individuals with a better focused working?
They say too many people at one place does get a little clustered, and I think that was the same story with 3140. Yes, we've seen that movement. Personally, I'm still touched with that movement. At times I end up saying 3140 instead of 3141. But then for administrative purposes, we had to take a stand. The Rotary had to take a stand because in Rotary there were more than 140 clubs. And as per the Rotary guidelines, if you are 140, you need to split. And to see the brighter side of the whole thing is that it's created many more leaders. It's created many more people to come out of their shells, to come out of their blocks and explore the movement. So it's a good way to see more people coming out.
Fantastic. So, but Rohan, do you feel split होने के बाद it has now कि चलो वो अब एक अलग ये हो गया, maybe at 3140 maybe I had too many people competing for one spot, so I get the best. जैसे मैं दूध चाहता हूँ तो I get the best cream out of it. But अभी होने के बाद there has been a bit of negativity around कि नहीं चलो अभी वो अलग district हो गया, we are no longer connected. Do you feel that disconnect happening somewhere?
I would not say, these are the perceptions that people are trying to create. But then I would ask a simple question. What happens in a district in Delhi or Ahmedabad or Chennai? Are we even concerned? If that's not the case, then why will 314142?
Agreed. I think Rohan has a global perspective to this, so let's think big, let's not just get
Correct.
limited. And let's give everyone a fair enough chance.
And we were, how many of us even remember we were earlier 313, became 314, then came to 3140.
Absolutely.
So as the movement grew, let's take it in the positive side, that when you have, even in a company, an organization, when they start growing, when they start expanding, they need to change and go to bigger places.
Yeah, I think Rohan explained this question really beautifully, and people who have that perception, I think they'll get the answer.
Agreed, absolutely, yes, Arshi. Right now sitting here, I can see three people. One Rohan Dalmia, who manages his home very well, and one Rohan Dalmia, who is married, one who manages his work professionally. You have said you have your own venture very efficiently, and the one who manages the world of road track. And all three he manages with a smile on his face. That one thing I must say, that never during the part I have seen you, removing your frustration on anyone or being, oh yaar, ye kya ho raha hai, itna sab karna hai. So how do you manage to do this with a smile on your face every day, day in and day out?
Like I said, this is something I'm doing out of my heart. And this is something that I've chosen. I don't have an option. So if I want to do it because I've taken that step, I might as well give it, or I might as well do it with all the respect, because people will then question you that, "Arey, you to didn't want, you to wanted to do this. Now what happened?" So if you've taken that step and you know you are confident about it, just go for it. Just do what your heart says. Everything will follow.
Just to add to this question, Rohan, do you really feel involving parents is very essential for us? क्योंकि क्या होता है, many a times protractors, especially those who are in the age of 18 to maybe 22, 23, कहाँ जाते हैं मालूम नहीं, सुबह गए घर, शाम को आए, पता नहीं मेरा बच्चा क्या कर रहा है. You know, there was a very good JPEG also made कि you know road track में रहते हैं, माँ दरवाजा खोल के देख रही है, बच्चा है नहीं, सुबह नहीं है, शाम नहीं है, बोलता है कहाँ मैं road track में हूँ, road track में कर क्या रहे हो? So do you think parents also should be involved in this?
I personally feel you should always communicate. When you go to college, you let them know. What you do in the day, you let them know. What you do in road track, let them know. Because they are the best PR managers for you guys. If you all can let them know of what you're doing, how you're doing, I think they were the ones who will further encash and further promote you guys on this format. You might get some innovative ideas. I've done a couple of discussions with my wife in the past, and I know the ideas that she brought in did add value. And then it's the trust that does get created with them.
Absolutely. So Rohan, Dalmia rightly says, do involve your parents as well and show them how beautiful the world of road track is.
Okay, so Rohan, you are heading a whole district. You have a team. There are different people who have their different point of view. So of course, your point of view won't match with them, or their point of view won't match with you. So there might be clashes on particular topic. How do you deal with it on this?
Okay, especially when it happens in your core team. So if you have a core team of maybe 6 members, there are 2 members who are very reluctant to you. They say, so नहीं मुझे ये इसी तरह से चाहिए. Whereas you feel, you know, on the greater लोगों के हित में ये होगा if we do it this way. But the 2 members are reluctant to agree with you. So how do you manage those clashes in the core team?
So we do have heated conversations. Even in the AC, people start feeling hot. But then the fun part is that all of us are concerned for the movement. So that is one element that one looks at. And we all try to get that solution out. So if you know that plan A is better, plan B is better, we actually try to do a pre-mortem of the whole event or the whole situation, only to understand will this work, will it not work.
What if the person is very reluctant? So
Either
we
we
go with the extreme step?
No. So either we don't do the project, or we just tell, okay, you know what, my way or highway.
Oh. Like you said, because these clashes do come up in road track. I mean, where certain views of individuals don't match with other, and it always remains a challenge कि कैसे हम सबको एक साथ लेके चलें.
See, as a leader, you cannot, make everyone happy.
Absolutely, as Rohan rightly says, for the people, by the people,
And with the
like,
people.
and with the people, something like our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi says. Thank you, Rohan, on that. Well, Rohan, we have often heard, and this is a very frank thing, and I need to be very blunt with this. Whenever you join road track, you have a selfish motive. Each one of us have a selfish motive. So let me be straight. What is your selfish motive?
Networking. I still remember one of my very close friends. We were in college together. We worked in the same organization, same team.
So it was not social service, it was networking.
Network. And I've
In
been
front of the camera, dear Rohan Dalmia of District 3141 has admitted that his selfish motive was networking.
And I've been saying this. I was being questioned a couple of times earlier. I've always said that networking was my reason to be part of road track. And when I say networking, it was all about meeting new people. So when I was working in an organization, I met new people. After that, I was like, what's next? It's always nice, and I take that as a pride today, that I go to any part of the country. When I was traveling, I knew a road tractor there. I go to any part of the city, I know a road tractor there. Not because of who I am today, but even before I became the DRR, I knew people.
Absolutely. I think road track is only that wonderful movement. In fact, since I have been with road track for a lot of time, it's often said that, in road track, let there be a friend in every state.
Correct.
And every part of the country. So
Correct.
you feel connected globally. Russia, I know this in Russia. You're telling about Uttarakhand, I know this guy in Uttarakhand. So it's like my home. Fantastic, very well said.
and you'll personally connect with it.
Absolutely. On a frank note, since you are married, वाइफ टोकती नहीं है रोड ट्रैक का जब इतनी सारी एक्टिविटीज होती है सुबह से शाम तक?
I think that's one of the conversations that comes almost every week. But then it's family. They are concerned that you are out the whole time, you are busy working and all that stuff. And that's where I say you involve them in your discussions, you involve them in what you do, how you do. Probably that might reduce. So it is an attempt, be it a wife, be it your mother, be it your father or an elder brother or sister. I think it's part of every house. And so I said, the real PR starts from home. So if we can convert our family into the no road track to 4 road track, I think it's sorted.
I'd just like to add one thing. Some time back you said it's really important to be connected and to be a part of this movement, even if you're not taking a post or whatever. But I think even I went through the same thing just a few months back. I wasn't sure about my career. I wasn't sure about I should be a part of this movement or not. And a lot of my close friends and relatives made me realize that whatever you do, don't leave this movement because you go here for a reason. And I want to tell everybody that even if you are not able to manage, be a part of this movement, as
Correct.
Rohan said. So
And
thank you
just
for
to
highlighting that.
add to what you've said, when we are confused in life, we have a lot of counselors who are Rotarians.
Absolutely, yes.
You go to them offline, they're going to charge you a bomb. You go to them as a rotractor, talk to them, then you're sorted for free.
And definitely it makes the world a better place to live in. Okay, Rohan, just on a lighter note, it's often said that DRR of RID 3141 is very, very punctual. He is very punctual with regards to time. So what's your take on that?
I personally feel that technically all of us should be punctual. I will not say I'm 100% accurate on that. But then the movement or the project or the work shouldn't stop because of a person. Because it's a movement that is there for the club. If, for example, I'll start with the instage. I personally believe that the installation is for the club, it's for the members, it's for the parents, friends who are part of that. As a DRR, he's just there to support, guide and motivate. An installation not getting started because the DRR is not there, all of a sudden changes the the limelight from the club and from the members to him or to the individual, which is not correct. So that is where we also keep focusing, keep emphasizing that whenever you do a project, whenever you do something, do it for the people, do it for the outcome. Don't do it for a person who's just an external support system to you guys.
Absolutely, very well said, Rohan, and definitely would like to take this thing ahead as well. So this was Rohan Dalmia sharing his views right from the heart. So Rohan, since you have shared a lot of things, we thought we'll go a bit informal for you.
Please.
So we have come out with this particular segment now, where you have to say right from your heart, and you just get 2 seconds. So I say a word, and you say whatever comes first to your mind. So you don't have time to think. So it's just goes like this. Okay. So here we go. Your first, power.
Road track.
Beauty.
Road track.
Success.
Road track.
Oh, come on, no.
I got it.
Very, very diplomatic. Cut. Okay. Road track.
DRR.
Failure.
Individual.
Love.
The caller.
Very interesting. That's right. That's where the fame comes from. Okay. Happiness.
Smiles on the beneficiaries.
Fantastic. Rohan Dalmia.
A common man.
Oh my God. Okay. Nisha Dalmia.
My life.
Oh, fantastic. A big round of applause. Well, Rohan, it was a fabulous interviewing you, knowing you from the bottom of your heart. Trust me, when we came up with this concept, we only had you in mind specifically for Ye Hai Meri Kahaani, because we knew someone person who could really connect with us with this particular forum. And it was great knowing you in this entire span of 1 hour. And thank you for being here. And
In fact, I should thank you guys because whatever I spoke I wouldn't have even thought of had it not been for you. So I should thank you for letting me realize a lot of things during this interview.
Thank you, thank you. So this was GRR Rohan Dalmia who was present with us. Guys, stay tuned for the next season of Ye Hai Meri Kahaani.